So we've been pretty busy. We're getting the bumper way underway, getting the mounts built, put on. They look like they are out pretty far, but obviously we have our inner pieces that we still have to go on. But the idea is that we're putting a much bigger bumper on. It's going up much higher than the original mounts were. Extended out as well, so
she's going to be a mule, so she's got to carry quite a bit.
So we really want this thing to, we're toughening up the brackets as much as we can. So there's actually going to be a third bolt hole going in back here.
A fourth.
Okay, yeah, fourth bolt hole going in back here.
Just not
you're right.
Correct you, but.
Yeah, you're right. And if you look, I don't know if you guys can see it in there, there's actually a hole. It's already back there, so we're going to go ahead and use that hole on that side and drill one on the other side and put that fourth bolt in, as well as have our inner piece come up here, and I believe then have another brace come across. So all in all, this thing is pretty much part of the truck.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough. We're also, do you show them what you're doing with the insides here?
No.
Welding in the quarter-inch
Yeah, we
plate.
actually also cut out some pieces. They're running around the floor.
Yeah, just show them with the cardboard. So something like this, guys. And what we're going to do is because these bolts come out a 1/2 inch just inside the frame, we're worried about them being torn out. So we are going to weld up the whole top of the frame and the bottom and the sides to on that plate. That way give it extra strength here if it's being yanked or tugged on,
right.
You know, so plus, you know, for the bumper.
We kind of went around back and forth with welding the bumper on or having it where we can take it off, and the reality is we want to be able to get it off if we need to drop it and get the engine out, because for us, most likely, if we had to do an engine job, we're going to be doing it pretty much at someone's house or in a driveway or in a. We got to be able to not pull the cab and everything.
Yeah.
We got to be able to.
We're also
pull the front of the truck out.
We're also building our grill into the bumper. So the bumper, we cut out our grill that did step down with the Super Duty. It stepped down a couple of inches, you know, into the original bumper. We wanted our bumper raised up at even height of the frame, and we want to stay with a thick bumper too. So by raising it and not keeping our bumper skinny, we decided to keep it wider but keep it coming up into the bottom of the frame. So we're going to build a cool design for a front bumper, I mean a front grill.
Yeah, custom grill.
That bolts into a welded bumper. So wait till you guys see it. It's going to look really cool. It's going to go up under the hood, yes, just like the original grill did. It's going to be made out of lighter material, but it will be invincible.
That's the idea.
Compared to the plastic
and
grill.
we want it just as tough as the bumper, so if it hits something, something hits it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to give. So
and it's going to have chainsaws. It's going to have you know, jacks hanging off of it.
It's kind of like our garage.
Yeah, it's going to have quite a bit of weight on the front, so it's going to carry everything. I mean, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's literally going to be kind of like our garage. It's going to have our jack in it, our chainsaws, our tools, shovels, you name it. Anything we probably can figure out a way to put it on there and carry it,
jack.
we will.
It's going to have our roll around our Badland jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to have a lot of stuff.
Plus a ton of lighting.
Huh?
A lot of lighting.
A ton of lighting, yeah.
And just so you know, this will not always look like a spoiler. That's been a big joke in here, is how it kind of looks like a front spoiler right now for the back of a car. Once it starts getting boxed in, rounded out a little bit, you'll kind of see it start to come together a little more.
Yeah, it's got a lot of work left
to do. But it is coming together, and you know, like anything else, we still are working regular job, so our days are filled, and our nights are filled with this, and our days are filled with.
That's right.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
But it's all going to be worth it in the end.
Oh, always is, baby, always
when it's
is.
all said and done, this thing is going to outlived the truck, but it's going to be
Yeah.
literally our pack mule for the next 3 years, like
At
we
least.
talked about.
Yeah.
So having that on there, having it all set up the way we want it, it's going to be worthwhile. It's not something that everybody's going to want on the front of their truck. It's not something that's stylish for everybody.
Yes, and see, the next thing we really build though will be a house. That's kind of we're building our house now. I mean, a mobile house. But, you know, we'd like to be able to, when we head out west somewhere, and we're not quite sure where, but we'd like to eventually buy a piece of property somewhere and build a nice little cabin out in the middle of the woods somewhere and have a nice little shop. Probably a bigger shop than we do a house. But be able to tinker and build the things we want to build and do the things we want to do. And we figure we're not going to be able to do this forever. We are actually getting older. So between boats and trucks and living on the road, we got to do it while we can.
And if nothing else, it's going to be something for my wife to, you know, sell and buy a home. You know
hate when you talk like that.
You know what I'm saying.
I know,
when
baby.
What happens, happens. So let's get off of there. Let's get back to work, and that way they can see more progress here soon.
All right.
I got to get this laser level on and make sure everything is
laser leveled.
Yeah. Well, the truck's leaning, and there's a bunch of stuff, but at least I can eye it with that level and kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I just wanted to show you guys, well, let me show you a quick view. The bumper's well underway. But we are going ahead and drilling a couple holes in it for lights. And I wanted to show you, this is the biggest drill bit that comes with the Weber kit. And it's a pretty good size. So I was going to let you guys see us doing the last couple big holes with it. Just the two of us, you and I. which is only temporary because we plan on, once the CNC machine is done, actually
Plasma cutting, CNC machine.
the plasma cutting, the steel cutting CNC machine that we're going to be building here soon is done. We plan on doing a really cool grill out of steel that's going to be attached to the bumper. So this is just temporary, but still a little nerve-wracking cutting the only grill we have.
It's not like it's not going to go back on. It's just going to be
I know.
part of a grill. Would you mind running out in the rain and popping the hood?
I do not mind running out in the rain and popping the hood. Oh, and you guys can come with me. We'll run out in the rain and pop the hood. It is a rainy, nasty, icky winter day. I guess it's not snowing though, so that's positive. With the truck all stripped out, we are going to get ready to start painting all the door jambs and all the good stuff in there here soon, hopefully. See, Napa sells a tintable bed liner paint, so we're going to be able to do the color we want. That's what our plans on doing the whole truck with the bed liner type paint. That looks pretty good, babe. Even with the cut and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say though, I think you're going to be right about the headlights. So Wade kept telling me, see, I like the headlights. I actually didn't when we first got the truck. I really didn't like the little headlights in it. And then we ordered them and got the LED, and I really did like the headlights. So I was like, no, I don't want to change them. No, I don't want to change them. But he's told me a couple times. Here, I'll go get that for you.
Thank you.
You got it. Here you go.
Thank you.
What was you know, he had said that the headlights, like, because the bumper's so beefy and...
Well, the bumper's going to be so big and the grill's so small, and it makes it look, the truck with the big tires, the big bumper, the big everything else around it, makes the truck look like a Toyota in a picture. I mean, almost. I know it's, most guys are going to laugh at that, but...
Actually, the people that we bought the camper from, they had said to us when we sent them a picture of the truck, because they said, oh, it takes a full-size truck, and I sent them a picture of the truck. I said, oh, no problem. They said, no, we said it takes a full-size truck. This is a big camper. And Wade and I were like, it's an F-350. You know, four-wheel drive. I think it's a big truck. It's got a 9-foot something bed on it right now. I think we'll be okay. I'm like, oh, it looked really small in the pictures. I'll pop that picture up that we had sent him of it. And it was just kind of funny.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day.
But I think you're right now that he's getting the bumper and stuff on here. And it is such a big beefy bumper and so tough looking that probably that bigger headlight buckets would probably... It could use that extra bulk, I guess. So, unfortunately, up here on the top, our lights do not get here until Friday. Well, all of them Friday. I think some tomorrow, some Friday. But, so, we're going to wait for the templates. We tried to figure out where to cut the holes to put that piece in, and it just, I don't feel comfortable. We're going to screw that up. So we're going to wait till the templates get here so we can lay everything out on the board and get them all cut in right. But the plan is we are doing 6 lights up here. So it'll be 2 amber colored fog lights here on the end. So either end will have an amber colored fog light, and then 4 lights across the center. So a total of 6 lights right there in that top bar. So we're kind of building our own big light bar that'll be there in the front. And then
a light bar slash bull bar slash luggage tool jack carrier
slash, it's a garage. I'm calling it the garage. We cut out the piece on the bottom where it hooked into, babe. But what I think is very cool is he's going to end up doing the we have the like little clevis grommets type of thing that weld on to the tops of these that we can put rings in. So we'll have a lot of hook points and winch points and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, when these big logs are real big around on the trail, you can't go over them, you can't go around them. But if you can cut them, then I can run the winch up in here with a pulley, with a snatch strap around the log, pick it up against this bumper here, right?
Yeah.
And now it works like a big blade on a dozer. So it don't matter if it's sticking out 20 feet that way, 15 feet that way. Once I pull it up against here and it's pushing down the little trees or whatever on that side, I can literally walk it, drive off. And you gotta think, our truck's gonna be like a real skidder. It's gonna have rear steer in it. So I can turn the front and the rear and literally turn sideways with that log in the trail, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it'll spin around. Instead of just the front trying to walk around, we'll be able to turn the tires backward, you know what I'm saying? And turn it. It's hard to explain. But
So
most people that seen a skidder, they know what I'm talking about.
But in any case, so that's kind of our plan on all that. We will go ahead and get off of here, but here's our bumper update. So he's right now in the process of welding out everything, if you can see. We kind of had to give the welder a break. It's actually a really good little welder. I'm really impressed with it. I think
We're welding on 110 right now, too.
Right.
Guys.
The plasma cutter hasn't done as good as the welder has on 110.
Yep.
So
Technology ain't caught up all the way with the plasma cutter on the little big welders.
and the funny thing is this garage is old and it's just wired poorly. So it literally has like one leg that runs everything. So even the 110 is still running like everything. There's not even a whole lot of banks. And this little thing does really good on the 110. I'm really impressed for, you know, the...
Like I said, it's doing good. You just can't weld but so much at a time. You gotta stop, start when you're on high amperage on 110. Now, if this was 220, I wouldn't be afraid to just keep on singing with that thing.
Yeah, but so we're giving it little breaks in between, so that's kind of what we're doing. But another really good Amazon product, not too expensive, and you know, none of this stuff nobody sent us to check out, but that's why you can trust when we're telling you if it's something good and it's worthwhile, then it is. It's not a, you know, we're impressed. So
Azuno is the name of that welder.
Azuno, the Azuno welder. Sonny, we had like a ridiculously expensive Miller at home, and this little Azuno does pretty much everything that one does.
Yeah. It does.
It does. So, all right, I'm getting off here. Say goodbye, baby.
Bye-bye, guys.
Cole? So the bumper's maiden voyage. We went ahead and wrapped it with plastic because it is raining outside, and there's a couple spots that aren't all the way welded up. And we have some holes in the top so we can put the lights in it. It's looking pretty sexy though. I don't know if you saw, I had a couple malfunctions with our car. Bad time to have a convertible truck on a stormy night, I guess. But it's getting chilly out tonight, and we gotta close the garage, so we gotta go outside.